access to the arts everywhere. To us, access is broken down into three main categories: geographic, economic, and story. Funding for the arts is focused in major urban centres. The southwest, our main area of operation, is the most underfunded region in the UK. Rural southwest theatre, meaning theatre not based in a town with at least 40,000 residents, receives just 0.5% of that overall state budget. For rural inhabitants, not only does this make access to the arts distant, there is added cost of driving to a town, the time it takes, and the necessity of overnight accommodation are all additional prohibitive costs to engaging in live storytelling. In 2021, I was told by a headmaster in a deprived region of Cornwall, where nearly all his pupils are on free school meals, that he feared more for the futures of his current rural students than his previous inner city pupils. At least the inner city pupils had the opportunity to walk to another part of town and see aspiration. If a different life is not able to be witnessed, it cannot be dreamt and striven for. This is why we tour nationwide, to any location. We purposefully keep our productions portable and non-tech reliant, meaning all venues are logistically possible. Storytelling is part of our historic heritage and should not be gatekept by economic access. As such, at Troubadour Stageworks, we cut everything to keep costs low. No set, no van, minimal props. Even so, theatre is expensive. It is a gamble. Virtually all costs are up front on the assumption of success, which makes engaging in the areas where there is no history of theatre, no marketing avenues, no existing venue, and no audience, extremely risky. And yet these are the places that need it most. This fundraiser and help from people like you means we are able to continue to keep costs low and offer access to this wider audience.
I know not what the success will be, my lord, but the attempt I vow.
Story access is broken down into two main parts: familiar surroundings and how we approach text.
Sweet Beatrice! Wouldst thou come when I called thee?
If you have never experienced theatre before, it's not just the story that is new. It is the experience of driving to the theatre, the buying and checking of a ticket, the shuffle to seats in the middle row, the dress code, accepted audience etiquette while lights are down. To the newcomer, much can be intimidating. We bind our stories to local places, the familiar. In 2022, over 60% of our venues had never hosted live events or been involved in the arts before partnering with us. It is our job as creatives to make original text accessible, and that starts with understanding, both through workshops and priorities in our own rehearsal process.
All the mother in her soul awakes, and owning her Odysseus, thus she speaks.
We were struck last season by audiences both in the Odyssey and Romeo and Juliet reporting their bemused pleasure that, though we stuck true to the parts that were 17th and 18th century poetry, they found our approach both accessible and understandable. Thank you. Your support means we can provide more shows and workshops in rural and often deprived locations at lower costs to audiences, and increase our work in schools to provide speaking and confidence-building workshops. Please visit our website or follow us on social media to find out more about what we are doing. We hope to see you very soon.